This is Oliver, K6OLI, and I am going to show you how to use the VARA chat message, quick message spreadsheet. Now, you can download it from our hospital forms core folder by clicking on this download file, or you can download the entire forms folder by clicking on this down arrow and then selecting download. After you've done that, it will download into usually your downloads folder. You can open it from there. I've already done that, and I have extracted it into, in this case, the exercise. You can see I downloaded the core forms here. Then I right mouse clicked and released and chose extract, and it extracted all those forms into, in this case, our exercise folder. You can double click on that, and here are some of the files we already worked on earlier. And here you can use the hospital forms, the core. Next, we find our VARA chat message. And now we're ready to fill this out. A couple of things about this particular form. You do have a drop down in the first field, so you can select check-in, check-out, general message. That's for announcing traffic, like hospital status assessment, resource requests, hospital incident command forms, ICS forms, or incident command forms, routine messages, priority messages, emergency messages. Generally, most of what we'll do is check in and check out. Now let's fill that out. We start in A3 by selecting check-in in this case. Then we're replacing this with our own call sign. In my case, that's K6OLI, the tactical address. And if you can't see the whole thing, just move it out of the way like this. And you can resize these. Just make sure you see those arrows going in both directions. In my case, let's call this Arlington, which is my make-believe tactical address. Now we'll enter the latitude and the longitude. Make this a little wider here too. And we can look that up. Go down here. In this case, it is 341287 latitude. 341287. That's my chosen location. And remember, longitude in California is a negative number because western longitude. We'll go back down here and we can fill in -118, 1558. 1558. Enter that. You see, as we're entering these items, our field here, A5, is getting filled in. So let's double check, make sure we got that right. 1558, that's correct. This service level item is also a drop-down, and you can select a drop-down, green, yellow, orange. These are the standard service levels. You can select not available, and you see as we're changing this, also changes here. So let's say we're yellow service level, and then we can add our comments here. And let's say, let's say standby for HSA, for hospital service assessment. So those are comments, or you can leave that blank. And as you make those changes, you can see relevant comments go here. We click enter, standby for HSA. Oh, no comments at this time, right? And that gives you the information right here as you would like to send it. Now, when we're ready to send this via VARA chat, all we need to do is to find A5, right mouse click on it, and then select copy. And what that does, it copies this to the clipboard, and then we can go into the broadcast option, or if we choose to send this while we're connected in VARA chat, we can place it in the send message box in VARA chat, and that'll be a separate video. But what we can do here is we can take it, copy it in broadcast, bring up a broadcast message, and then paste it. And by the way, this works anywhere here. We could paste it in here if we wanted to. That's just pretty straightforward. In terms of quick A couple of quick tricks. If you have this open, the quick message, and you usually work from home for our Thursday nets, for example, just leave that there. Let's say you're deploying, and let's say I'm being sent to Huntington. Well, what could I do? I could, of course, change all of this, but I could also do something else. I can right mouse click on the quick message, and then I can select duplicate sheet. And that works in Excel as well. Now we've got quick message 2 here. Let's rename that sheet. So right mouse click, click rename, and then call this Huntington, right? Click OK. Now we can click on that. We can fill in Huntington as the tactical call. And of course, we'll update the latitude and the longitude. And I looked that up earlier. In this case, this would be the parking structure, the east parking structure on the top. Insist move help is the what 3 words address. So let's enter that 34, 13, 39. And remember, we truncate, we never round up. 13, 39. And then we update the longitude. Let's bring that up. 15, 12. 12. Again, it's a negative number. We can update the service level again. Let's move to orange. And if we wanted to here, we could also add the what 3 words, insist, move, help. Help. And now you have that information right here. We can see it's being concatenated. Can right mouse click, we can copy it and now send that. And when we go back home, we can save this. What I would recommend is that you don't save the VARA chat message template, but that you give it a name. So in this case, I would say save as, and instead of doing it in the hospital core, we'll go into our exercise here, and we can call it VARA chat message for K6OLI dot XLSX, and then we'll save that. And now when we go into our exercise folder, we'll go back to this. We have it present here. We can just bring that up and use it going forward. And that's how easy this is. I also want to point out, if let's say you send a message that's an ICS 213, you could change this to ICS, leave everything the same, and then say ICS 213 message ready to send. The advantage of that is, and again, remember, I can make this wider. The advantage of that is that you can update the service level as you go. Or if you're sending, let's say, an updated hospital status assessment, just keep copying this and then say HSA message ready to send. And that way you can announce your traffic to net control and they can put you in the queue. So that's a quick summary of how to use the AI VARA chat message. In this case, the one for our call sign, K6OLI, and we can just simply save this. We don't have to worry about save as because we already made that change. So I hope that was helpful. And this is Albert, K6OLI for LAX Northeast 73 all.